Hello there, how you doing? It's Phil Thatch, and today I'm out at the Summit Knobs Equestrian Trail with my favorite camera, the Nikon Z8, and my favorite lens for birding, which is the 600 millimeter f6.3, the 600 millimeter VR, the 600 millimeter PF. This lens has a lot of names, but it's small and light and extra, extra sharp. And I'm here on the gravel road that leads to the Summit Knobs Equestrian Trail. And I started at what's gotten to be my favorite spot lately. There's some power lines that run through here, and there's one spot where they cross the road, almost like a perfect cross. And right at the corners of that, you can usually find birds. The first bird I saw was a male northern cardinal. Here's the first shot of the day. It's a male northern cardinal, a pretty long way away and backlit, kind of a washed out shot. Probably the very worst photograph of the day, but I wanted to share it with you. It was my shot to get me started. And this is 1/200th of a second. Every shot today will be 600 millimeters and every shot will be wide open at 6.3. The ISO on this one is 560. Next, I got a photograph of the most unusual bird of the day, a female rose-breasted grosbeak. Boy, I wish I had seen a male, but it was still cool to see a female just because I only really see them a couple of times a year. And I don't think I've ever gotten a photograph of one in autumn. It's late September now, September 28th, I think. This is the female rose-breasted grosbeak. Very unusual for me to see one. I have seen males and females though on my back porch. The males are absolutely beautiful. Look it up on Merlin if you don't believe me. But the female is what I saw today. I was still happy to see it, but man, I wish I had gotten a photograph of the male. This is also not a great shot. This is on the same tree that the cardinal was on, and I was happy to see it, but not my best shot of the day. The photos will get better as we go along. This is 1/320th of a second and 800 ISO. The next bird I spotted was a Carolina wren. Super common, super cute, super loud. Just a great bird to photograph. I always enjoy getting a shot of them, even though I'm usually able to get photographs of them year-round here in eastern Tennessee. This is one of my favorite shots of the day of the little Carolina wren. This is a 1/125th of a second shot at 1600 ISO. It's deep in the thicket, but I was able to get a clear shot of it, even though there's some foreground bokeh over here on the left. Still a nice clear shot of the bird, and I was really happy with it. I love the beautiful colors of the Carolina wren. The next bird I saw, and I saw quite a few of these, was a brown thrasher. This place, this time of year, has gotten to be really good for brown thrashers. And I got a number of photographs of them and sometimes really filling the frame. So always happy to see brown thrashers. Here's the first of several brown thrasher shots. This is 1/250th of a second and 2000 ISO. This one is an adult. I love those bright yellow eyes and the speckled breast and the brown color. This is the state bird of Georgia. Got another shot of that same bird on this same perch. This one's also 1/250th of a second and 2000 ISO. And here is one more of that same bird on this same perch. I've slowed my shutter speed down now to 1/160th of a second. Still got a nice sharp shot. And now my ISO is 1600. I even got some shots of some younger, immature brown thrashers. I got a couple of photographs of this immature brown thrasher with this amazing background. This is 1/160th of a second and 400 ISO. Here's another shot on that same perch, same settings. My ISO has crept up to 560. Really happy with both of these shots. I just love the crazy colors in this backlit shot, and I was able to increase the exposure on the bird in post with the fantastic dynamic range of the Nikon Z8 raw files and make these two shots look pretty good overall for such an amazingly backlit pair of photos. Then I came down to this area of the Summit Knobs Equestrian Trail, and I think I had my car parked about right here, and there's a mimosa tree. I got my first of season earlier this year in the spring. I got my first of season indigo bunting on this mimosa tree, and I was just kind of sitting here hoping something would happen, and a northern cardinal flew up And while it was on that mimosa, I got you can really just see its head, but you know the rest of the bird is there. And I got a photograph of it there on that mimosa tree. And as usual today, every shot was made from the driver's seat of my car. Every single one. I use my car as a blind. And what's great about this place is you can be in your car for all the photo opportunities here at the gravel road that leads to the Summit Knobs Equestrian Trail. The trailhead is right there. The people come up here and park their trailers in this area. It opens up really big, get their horses out and go hiking down that trail. But for a lot of people, the highlight of this area is the road that leads to the trail, not the trail itself. Here's the male northern cardinal hiding in the mimosa tree. You can barely see the bird, but the parts of the bird that you can see are nice and sharp, and I love it when their crest is pointing up like this one is. A lot of times they'll have their crest laid back and they're not as spectacular a bird. These are really common here in our area and I guess all over the eastern United States. But I was still thrilled to see one, and I'm always happy when I get a nice shot of a northern cardinal. And even though this one is blocked by a lot of foliage, I think it gives it a kind of a true representation of the bird. You can see its tail back here. You can't see its feet, but it's not a long-legged bird, so they would be right here if they weren't blocked. This is 1/160th of a second and 1800 ISO. Then I went over into that area right over there, which used to be my favorite spot here on the gravel road that leads to the Summit Knobs Equestrian Trail. And I got an eastern phoebe. I love this pose of this eastern phoebe, and I like that it landed on this dead branch and has lots of beautiful color in the background. This is a 1/160th of a second shot and 560 ISO. Just a beautiful little bird, the eastern phoebe. And while I was over there, I also got another brown thrasher photograph that I thought turned out pretty good. This is the last shot of the day, and it's another brown thrasher. This is probably my favorite brown thrasher photo of the day, and maybe my either first or second favorite photo of the day. It's a 1/200th of a second shot, 900 ISO. I love the beautiful background, and the background in this is in sun. There's bright sun shining on this background in the distance, and there's not bright sun on the bird, but the exposure is pretty even, and I really like the way it turned out. The brown thrasher. Today I'm doing my normal setup where I'm shooting manual aperture, which on this lens, wide open at 6.3 is the sharpest for this lens. Another thing I like about this lens, you don't have to stop it down any to get to its best performance. And I was shooting manual shutter speed and automatic ISO, which I was controlling with exposure compensation. A lot of my shots down at my new crossroads area are backlit, so I was at a plus on my exposure compensation. Usually I'm at 0 or maybe minus a third of a stop, but down there I was backlit a lot of times, so I was plus, sometimes plus a full stop. And that's how I like to do it. With this camera, you just, with my index finger, I hit the plus and hold, and then I move the rear command dial, which if I'm not hitting that plus and minus exposure compensation button, the rear command dial does shutter speed, but if I am holding it, then it adjusts exposure compensation. And I've just gotten used to that. That's muscle memory that I've done for years. And that's something that I like about the OM system camera. Straight out of the box, it controls a lot like a Nikon, and Nikon is what I'm the most used to. And of course, I'm also using my custom 1x1 box, as I talked about in this video that I'll put a link to up here. It allows me to have single point to get through foliage and bird eye detect at the same time, where if you just set this on the default single point, it doesn't track. But if you have it on the custom box, which you make a 1x1 single point style custom box, you can have bird tracking at the same time, which is really helpful with this camera, especially if you're photographing birds in a thicket, which is what you have here at the Summit Knobs Equestrian Trail. It was nice to get my Nikon gear back out. I've been shooting with another brand for a while now, and I've been enjoying that brand, but I really love my Nikon camera, and Nikon gear, so it was fun to get it back out and shoot with it today, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I think I'm gonna call it a morning and go home and edit these pictures and put this video that you're watching right now together. And if you enjoyed it, do me a favor, reach down, hit the thumbs up button. That helps me out a lot. And if you want to see some more stuff like this, subscribe and hit the notification bell. And as always, I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.